Okay everyone, welcome. This is our first video which will demonstrate what I actually did in my conditioning for my black belt grading. Now remember, when you are approaching or starting to develop for your black belt grading, these videos aren't about working on your technique, your skill and technique. You're doing 2 to 3 classes a week, that's when you work on your skill to technique. If you're doing 4 classes, even better. With this, we need to focus on the intensity, maintaining the intensity. Now, when we're building up our aerobic conditioning, the intensity is lower, so we can focus on skill and technique. And in that instance, what I would do is I'd focus on one point that one of my senior instructors had given me, whether that was hip activation, whether it was keeping heels on the ground stances, and I would vary that each week based on the feedback I received from my senior instructors. So we're going to start off. This is what I did weeks 1 to 4. And I would do these conditioning drills 4 to 5 times a week, on top of participating in 3 or 4 classes. Now, again, initially it's about maintaining and developing that aerobic base. So it's about increasing the overall volume. And so we'll start with line drills, and then the next video I'll demonstrate how I approach Kata, to condition Kata. With Kumite, it's a bit hard to work on Kumite in your own time. You can do it a little bit, but as I've always found out, that you can do really well at Kumite against a standing bag, but when something hits back or moves, you start having trouble. So as if you're instructing a class, you can bring in some Kumite drills that can benefit your participants, your students, whilst also helping you with your Kumite conditioning. So we're going to go on our line drills. In this instance, I work counts up to 6 forward, 6 back, going through the combinations that we were doing for a black belt grading. Now, the scientific response as to why I chose 6 and not 4 or 8 or 10, it's extremely scientific. If you have a look behind me, you'll see the hedges and the plants. If I do more than 6 counts, I end up in those. So that was the science behind why I picked 6. So again, look at what you're doing. So here's how I'm going to approach. This is the first 4 weeks of my foundation or general preparation for my conditioning. So for warm-up, again, at the black belt grading, for my level, we started at Kata Cypher, went up to and included Sepai. So if you're a senior grade, if you're going up for a Sundun or Yondun or that, where you start your kata, use those first 2 katas as your warm-up. Yeah, we can warm up other ways, but why not practice warming up, doing what we're going to have to do in the grading anyway. Again, that specificity. So I'll do Cypher and Basadai, and I'll start doing it Tai Chi style just to really loosen up, and then I'll do it not quite full focus, but above 70% to warm up. That's what I've done. So now I then work on the conditioning phase, and this is the line drills. Okay. Alright guys, that were the line drills. There is also and Mawashi Uke. Those three, the intensity aren't as high, so I'll do them as a cool down. And next I'll go into doing the kicks. So lunge reverse, front kick into a reverse forward, then lunge reverse, back foot up to front with a round kick off the front leg, through, then side kick to yokogiri, reverse punch, reset, and do those three. Now I went through each of the line drills 3 times. A couple of times I went, oh, that was a bit rough. Still keep going, and then think about it last time. And for some reason I was doing this with my hand on the outside shooter, but never mind, it's Christmas. So that was 3 in week 1. Then I'll do this again, and next time I'll do each 4. Then the week after 5 and 6, 7 and 8. So by that time you're up doing 8 of these combinations. As you can see, I'm not that huffy and puffy. Still sweating, but still a little bit breathless. That's all right. Aerobic, it's not anaerobic yet. And we're going to increase that volume over the next 1 to 4 weeks. The other thing we do, so I'll do this type twice a week, and then twice a week I'll do Kata. And I'll go into Kata in my next video. So get into this. If you've got your black belt grading, start formulating, start working on it. And again, think of one technique, one skill acquisition to focus on while you're doing these line drills. But focus on getting the volume up. All right, guys, good luck. Start training. 3.5 hours, it's tough, but the work you do in the next 4 to 5 to 6 months will make it not too bad. All right, guys, see you on the next video. Train hard.